Hi guys, welcome back. So I know you clicked on this video because you are dying to know my personal thoughts on the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick. Well, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I have a lot to say and we're going to get right into it so you know whether or not it's worth your coins or you want to pass. So let's get started. Okay guys, so first of all, this is the box that the foundation came in. Just your standard stick foundation type of packaging. I did find it very interesting that Anastasia did include a little application guide, which is extremely helpful to beginners who have no idea what to do. So I thought that was really great. I'm going to show you close-up shots of that. On one side, it shows you a how-to for applying the foundation as well as how to highlight and contour. And on the flip side, you have all the ingredients listed for you, which is very important, especially for people who are well aware of the types of ingredients that do not agree with their skin. You can take a look at that to see whether or not this is a product that could potentially irritate or cause some type of allergic reaction for you. So that's great. So of course, we're not gonna go any further until we know how much this baby costs. And I have my notes all here in front of me. I'm gonna let you know every single detail. So this foundation stick, as you may have already heard because it's been out for a while now, is on the more affordable end as far as stick foundation goes. It is 33 Canadian or 25 US. And the amount that you get, and it is clearly indicated on the bottom of the stick, is 0.32 ounces, and it is good for 12 months of use. So one thing definitely that you have to keep in mind is that there is a pretty significant shade availability difference between Sephora, which is where I purchased mine, and the Anastasia Beverly Hills website. So there are 23 shades available at Sephora. The Anastasia Beverly Hills website gives you 30 shades. So that is pretty significant. And the missing shades you will see now on your screen, and I'm also going to let you know verbally: alabaster, warm alabaster, cool golden, ebony, truffle, cool earth, and earth. So interesting that the fairest shades and the most deepest shades are not available at Sephora, which I know a lot of people wait for items to come to Sephora rather than going to a brand's dedicated website because Sephora is so available to so many more people in terms of shipping. You do get free shipping if you spend a certain amount, and it is a place where you can just find so many different products all at once from many different brands. So it's interesting how Anastasia does not have those particular shades, which I am kind of thinking as to the reason why, being that those may be shades that maybe are not going to be the most popular because they are at the very end, the two ends of the shade spectrum. And we all know that most makeup companies like to cater to the middle, medium tan, medium deep skin tones, and kind of leave the extremely deep dark skin tones and the very extremely fair skin tones kind of get left out. Anastasia also did provide 3 contour shades as well as a highlight shade. And these shades that are contour and highlight are really just that. They are not meant to be used as foundation. These 4 shades have specifically been designed and have a specific coloring to mimic highlight and contour type shades, which is really nice. So you can get a very tailored, specific highlight and contour look by purchasing those specific shades. So now let's get into some claims, of course, right? So Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation claims to be light to full coverage, natural looking, give a demi-matte finish, highly pigmented, ideal for combination to oily skin, which is incredibly important to note because I've never ever heard of any stick cream type of foundation that is specifically manufactured and marketed towards oilier skins. So that is really, really amazing. Lightweight, easy to layer, and multitasking. So having said all of that, I am gonna let you know here and now that this stick foundation is going to be very beneficial to people who prefer light to medium coverage, do have combo oily skin, and don't have too many imperfections that need to be covered up. That has been my experience all month long that I've had this foundation and I've been using it. As far as the light to full coverage claim, I guess any foundation to a certain degree, if you pile enough layers on, sure, you can get it to look full coverage. But this foundation, the very first time I used it, I put 2 stripes on the side of my cheek and blended it out with my beauty blender, and it disappeared. Not disappeared into the skin as in it looked so natural and gave a beautiful, undetectable finish. It just left my face. It wasn't on my face anymore. And I definitely noticed immediately right off the bat that as far as pigmentation goes, I do not agree that it is a highly pigmented foundation because of the formulation. I would assume being geared towards combo to oily skins. Traditional stick foundations that are much more creamy, emollient, and do pack a really big pigment punch are more ideal for drier skins for that reason, because they are so creamy and emollient, while this is a completely different type of cream. It is a cream product, but it is formulated for oilier skins. Therefore, many of the ingredients that would be in a type of stick foundation that would be more beneficial for drier skins is not in this particular foundation. So I found, for me personally, 1 layer gave extremely light coverage. If you have perfect skin with not a single imperfection, 1 layer will give you light coverage that you'll be satisfied with. If you have any type of skin issues, hyperpigmentation, acne, scarring, anything, you need 2 layers for medium coverage. Full is definitely going to require 3, if not 4 layers. And that is using an incredible amount of product. So I anticipate anyone using this foundation in its full coverage capacity is going to run through this like crazy. It does a great job of allowing you to maintain a more matte finish. I am wearing it today because of how it is designed, geared towards combo oily skins. That is absolutely correct. I really don't even feel like I need to use a particularly mattifying powder on top. I would still advise using a mattifying primer, but like today, I just set with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and I'm very happy with the way that it looks. Unlike traditional stick foundations where I would never want to use something like a mineralized skin finish to set, I'm going to go in with a very mattifying type of setting powder. Another detail that I really wanted to mention to you guys is doing my research and trying to find all the information that I could on this product. I turned it around, and on the bottom of the actual stick that you can read for yourself, it says made in PRC. Now, I had never seen a label that said PRC before, so I was wondering, what is PRC? And I'm sure many of you guys are already shouting at me saying, duh, People's Republic of China. So instead of putting the word China, which we've all seen that made in China label, I don't know if Anastasia was trying to be a little sneaky by using the abbreviation PRC, but this product was made in China, so you can, draw your own conclusions as to definitely how quality plays into the formulation of the product and all of that. And I'm sure that that factors in to the price being so much lower than all of the other stick foundations that are on the market right now. So in conclusion, I'm just going to give you a little rundown on my final thoughts. Definitely, as far as coverage goes, you need to use a tremendous amount of this product, which will cause you to run through it extremely quickly to get full coverage. If you're satisfied with light to medium, then definitely this will last you much longer. So definitely, if you are looking for a more full coverage, use a brush to blend it out versus a beauty blender, which will just shear it out and not give you that full coverage look. I don't find the product to be either dry or oily. It is a very much of an in-between type of texture and feel on the skin, which is great. It looks beautiful on the skin. It looks extremely natural, does not cake up even as you are layering, which I will say it does layer beautifully. It doesn't tug on the skin at all as you are applying it or blending it out. Initial application, depending on how well moisturized your skin is, you may experience a little bit of tugging, but if you are properly moisturized, you'll be fine. Attention, anyone with visible large pores, please use a primer with this foundation. It does nothing to minimize pores, so you must use some type of primer that helps to minimize pores, as well as maybe even a particular type of setting powder that helps to blur pores, because your pores will be large and in charge if you don't put some type of product on, either under or over, to help with that issue. It does have pretty good lasting power. I didn't feel like it faded off at all throughout the day as I was wearing it. So 2 thumbs up for lasting power. And also, because of how it is formulated and specifically geared to oilier skins, you can get away with using a very light dusting of a MAC mineralized skin finish if you like. You don't necessarily have to use a heavy duty mattifying powder and really pack it on, because this does a very good job on its own of not leaving your skin too shiny at all. So that is a great bonus. So guys, that's my thoughts on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation Stick. I hope you learned a lot. You got all the information that you need to decide whether or not you want to purchase this foundation. Please give me a thumbs up if you did like this video. Subscribe, because I have quite a few more reviews on a couple of other stick foundations coming up. So please stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.